First opened back in 1975, there's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the New Orleans Saints. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20.
At their own 18-yard line.
Set, 180.
Here we go, D. Here I come. Here I come.
Hey.
Win the rep. Let's go. Let's go right here.
The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Here I come. Here I come.
To throw is Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Maurice Hurst busting through to get him for a loss of 6. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. They were ball hawks last week. They had a trio of interceptions on defense. In the first drive, they pick up right where they left off.
They're creating quite a reputation for themselves, aren't they? And sometimes what happens is when they know that the defense can take the ball away, as they saw the previous week, now you try too hard to not let them take it away, and you force yourself into errors. They've intimidated them in a sense and gotten the ball from them.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
You don't want no problems with me.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. He finds Beckham complete. And they'll get this down to the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
At the 10-yard line.
After getting that turnover on the first drive of the game, you'd hate to just stall out the momentum, go 3 and out. They're able to avoid that there.
Yeah, we talk about complementary football all the time, but I think it's a little bit deeper than that. Defense went out, forced a turnover, gave the ball to the offense. It's now the offense's responsibility to pay that off for them, to show respect to them. Hey, you guys got the turnover. We appreciate it. They want to continue their drive.
Here's 2nd and goal, operating from the 8-yard line.
I got you. I got you, son. I got you. You're all mine. You're all mine, baby. Get this.
Murray now. And it's caught. And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. A touchdown-saving tackle there. Now it's 3rd and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal.
We want it. Come to my...
They'll try to run with Hunt. And he's in. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Kareem Hunt, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and through by Myers, and that makes the score 7-0. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Now Mostert. Almost unstoppable on the ground there, as that one is good for 39. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his O-line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Jabal Sheard able to record his 5th sack of the season.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, the quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
Call it a 6-yard gain. Still plenty of work to do coming up. 3rd and 14.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down. Throwing is Stafford. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Yeah, let's go.
Now Myers for the extra point. And it's good, and they have jumped out here to a quick 14-0 first quarter lead. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line. It'll go as a gain of 7 on the play, and it sets up a 3rd and inches situation.
Set! 180!
55. Hey, eat. Watch the curl. Watch the...
Hey, easy!
Mostert.
Run.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 10 yards, good for his Saints, 1st down. Getting the sense, Charles, they're going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far is working pretty well from them. And here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
We got to step it up.
Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. He'll get that to DeValve, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. A Saints 1st down there on a gain of 11.
That's another Saints
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Here's Mostert. And he's got this down to the 35. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result, because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A first opportunity upcoming in the red zone for the Saints. It's 1st and 10 at the 14. This is Mostert. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Okay, baby, I see you.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The Saints on 4th down last year, 13 of 16, second best in the league, and they'll try it here. They'll try and run for it. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. So give him the first down, 1st and goal after a pickup of 4, and the decision to go for. And he takes it across and into the end zone. Touchdown, Saints. Raheem Mostert, his 4th touchdown on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go now. 59. 60 out low. 59. Here we go. Here we go.
Throwing on first down is Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Fletcher Cox has now recorded 10 sacks on the season.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away, because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on second down. Now a man open down the middle of the field. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
They're going to run the sweep. It's Samuel, and that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line.
Don't be mad. Don't be mad. It's more coming. It's more where I came from.
Get some, baby. Get some.
Ready? 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat. Bring it.
Check 9, check 9.
General, West. Let it go.
Now on 2nd and 13, Murray. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. Murray going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game. Now Murray. It's caught by OBJ. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. First down, Murray. And that's complete to Cooks. And finally, down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 25 yards that time.
Ready. Go to base.
Watching you 5.
Who that? Kill. Same on.
Kill.
6.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and goal.
36.
On 2nd down, here's Murray. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Curtis Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. The extra point now coming from Myers. It's good, and it is now 21-7. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be 2nd and 11. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. This defense tightening up a bit. That last catch just 1 yard, making it 3rd and 9. Here's Stafford.
Well, the defensive guys won't be real happy because there won't be a sack on this play because he did get back to the line of scrimmage. But what a job they did overall. Hemmed him in and gave him nowhere to go with the football.
And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. Here comes Grant on the return. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense.
1st and 10 at their own 38-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
A really good pickup of 28 yards. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Open man is Uzama. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. 3 receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. To throw is Murray. Looking for the end zone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Murray going to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Myers' kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Myers now converted on the field goal try. Now he's on to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Single. I got a single on the slot. Single on the slot.
Now Stafford looking deep downfield. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. At a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half.
Let's do it. This yours. Ready. Kick to Pittsburgh. Watching you 5. Watch the run.
After the turnover, here's Murray. He's going to look deep down the field. Trying to get it to Beckham, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 5.
Every day.
Intercepted. The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
1st and 10 at the 25-yard line.
And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. From the gun, here's Stafford. He's going to float this over the middle deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Super Bowl 49 hero Malcolm Butler. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you got a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. They run again with Hunt. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Let's go.
Check.
50 flag.
59. On the ball.
On third down, Murray. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The number 1 pick, Myles Garrett, coming in to drop him.
To me, the defense was looking a little gassed near the end of the first half, but they've come out of the locker room with a little extra spring in their step. Wonder what they did at halftime to get them so motivated.
I don't know, but that sack looked good. Now let's see if they can build on the momentum of that play. That's taken on the 25. 12 yards on the return that time. And the Saints will take over with a first down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10, kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's first and 10 just outside the 30.
Hey.
Again, they'll run it with Mostert. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Ready? 180. Hey, let's calm down. Hey, let's go. Let's calm down.
Now a handoff looking right.
Let's get off
And he gets this inside the 10 to the 9. It's also a gain of 9.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
Get in the weight room.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Raheem Mostert with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Saints get a bit closer. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead down to 10, 24-14. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, baby, let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Certainly want to avoid what they had to do last possession. That was punt the football, because this game's starting to tighten up. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Like how they started the third quarter here. They forced a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their second win coming out of the locker room. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Here's Murray. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. 23 yards the pickup there.
Well, partner, when you ask anyone other than your QB to throw the ball, you must have a lot of confidence, or you think you're really going to fake them out, and it looks like they did exactly that.
Yeah, going deep in the playbook, and a great grab on the other end. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line.
55, no gain on this defense.
On 2nd and 12, Murray. He gets it to Cooks. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go, because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 30.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4.
I got him.
Now Murray throwing on 2nd down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
Touchdown, New Orleans. Raheem Mostert, 70 yards, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. And this is no good. It's a missed extra point. Boy, in a tight game, how important might that turn out to be here as the second half rolls along? Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken near the 13. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Here we go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Mike's 59. Get that quarterback.
Murray now on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he had been able to haul that one in.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. Murray now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Murray now to throw. It's caught. Beckham. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown.
That's the way you make it spin.
Odell Beckham, his 4th touchdown on the year as the Buccaneers tack on to their lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And after the touchdown, here's Myers to boot it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Now they try the right side here. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's the Saints who hold the football, but they're trailing as we begin the fourth quarter of play.
Set! Ladies!
Check, 55 to Mike. Man, I got you.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get across midfield and down into Buccaneer territory. That's what they needed. It's an 8-yard gain, and now 3rd and 4 suddenly doesn't look so bad.
Makes it 3rd and 4.
The Saints on 3rd down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Stafford. That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A Saints first down there on a gain of 11.
That's another Saints.
And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every third down, like we saw there, magnified, big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Check Mike. Watching you 5. Hey, tighten down. Hey.
On first down, Stafford here. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Jabal Sheard in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Hey, easy.
Now a handoff looking right.
I got him.
9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So now on 4th down, Sean Payton's going to turn it over to the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 46. And this one is right down Broadway. And that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get it the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. The field goal we just saw has this now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
Watch the slant. Safe, safe, safe.
Throwing again on second down. Murray. That is incomplete. The tight end, C.J. Uzama, the intended receiver. But now it'll be third down. They don't get the hook up there, but you really have to marvel at how precise he's been throwing the football these last couple weeks.
Oh, that's the perfect word for it, precise. Because if you're at 70% or better 2 weeks in a row, you have a job as long as you want one in this league, won't you? I mean, let's face it, it's not just West Coast offense either. He's putting the ball downfield as well.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off at the 38. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a 1st and goal. 1st and goal, a touchdown and a 2-point conversion here are musts. Now it's Stafford. This will be caught at about the 6. And here he'll get it down to the 7. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal.
I wouldn't be surprised to see the next step in utilizing this position is to actually utilize more of a scat back in this spot. Because we saw the catch there, right? He made it, but he's a bigger, stronger guy, maybe not quite as elusive as maybe someone else you would put there.
Yeah, didn't get the big yardage there you might out of a smaller back. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd and goal now in a 1-score game. They'll try to run this one in. And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Raheem Mostert taking it in. As they now sit just a 2-point conversion away from tying this game up in the 4th quarter. A big spot now for the Saints as they'll indeed go for 2. Stafford. And it's caught. And with it, we are tied here in the 4th. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. To throw again on second down, Murray. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. Oh, you just kind of feel for him right now. 4 interceptions, and you can almost see through his face mask. There's a lot going on in between the ears.
There certainly is, and probably way too much, because now he's probably doubting himself a little bit, wondering what adjustments he has to make. But here's what he needs to do. Get through this game, go to the press conference, meet it head on, and show your teammates you're ready to shoulder what happened today, and you'll be ready for the next game. And
if he can do that as a rookie, that's a great sign of maturity. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Scampering home from 19 yards out. And the Saints have taken the lead.
Hey, that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock, and I'm thinking there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off. Now, on the other sideline, you start to get the crew together and say, this is what we practiced the 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But, boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard
Let's go!
line.
Let's go! Let's go!
The Bucs take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. They're down here in a 1-score game. At the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Odell Beckham with his 2nd touchdown of the game and 5th on the year, as they can now tie the game with the extra point here in the final 2 minutes. Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good. And, partner, we've got a tie game here in the 4th. Set to go now with the kickoff. These two teams all even again as we continue in this wild 4th quarter. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They've got work to do, but they do still have a bit of time here.
And they've got to feel comfortable with that, but they have all their play sequences called. If they get out of bounds, that allows them to huddle and call another play. But if they don't, it's hurry up to the line of scrimmage and either spike it and stop the clock or continue to move it downfield in order to try and get in range and win this game.
See if they can do just that. Now Stafford. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Devin Bush, the linebacker, was the one there in pass coverage. This defense hasn't had the best showing in this game, but a critical knockdown there. If they can hang on, I guess the end will kind of justify the means.
Certainly, and just think of it this way. It may not be the quantity of the plays that they've had, because those haven't been great, but they get a few more quality ones like that, that could finish things off for them.
21! Right here, guys.
Stafford now to throw. And he finds Seals Jones complete. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Now it's Stafford. This pass complete to Higgins. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8.
That's it, baby.
Bottom line, 2-yard gain's just not going to cut it in this situation. You've got to move the ball downfield in order to have a chance.
Defense will give him that the rest of the way.
6-yard line.
And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game.
You got him.
So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. So this is certainly a tough test here in the early career of the rookie kicker. This will be from 53 for the win. This looks good. It is good. He hits it from 53 yards out. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't cough up the football at the end. Just take care of it, and victory was theirs, and that's exactly what they did.
So for the Saints, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they will hit the road next week for a date with the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Buccaneers, the loss will move them back to 3-2 on the year. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew here at EA Sports,